There have been a lot of good pastors throughout history. Some good, some not so good. Wait, who put Joel Osteen up here? He does not count as a real pastor. But which are my favorite? I'll get to that and some more in this video coming up. So without further ado, here are 5 of my favorite pastors. The first pastor we're going to mention is R.C. Sproul. He sadly passed away a couple of years ago. He preached many good sermons and he actually taught logic, and I studied logic in my schoolwork, and when I was searching how in the world do I do this, some R.C. Sproul lessons came up and that was pretty cool. He also wrote a couple of children's books which we have at our house. The next pastor is Vodi Bakum. He preached a sermon about why he believes the Bible, and I put this clip on my channel twice because it's so helpful. If you want to see one of those videos, click in the information card right here. I think he's an amazing pastor. There's some other clips I found from him that have been really helpful. And also a fun fact, he knows jiu-jitsu, which is a really good martial art in my opinion. Here's another great pastor. Another great pastor. The next pastor I'm going to mention is John Piper. I especially love his series, Ask Pastor John. It's a podcast and it's really good. It teaches you a bunch of stuff. He tackles a plethora of issues in every episode. I especially love it when he talks about the sovereignty of God. The next pastor I'm going to mention is Pastor John MacArthur. He's been a pastor for so long. He's a pastor in Southern California. I listened to this podcast talking about him. His sermons are really good and theologically sound. And he's another person that's been mentioned in one of these videos. But overall, I would highly recommend him. Before I get to the last pastor, I want to say number one, these are not ranked. They're not in any particular order, but I have a couple of pastors that I didn't get to mention. Al Mohler is a really good pastor, and he is the president of the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. He also has a podcast called The Briefing with Al Mohler. He's not currently serving as a pastor, but he has been in the past, and I still think he needs a mention. Keith Foskey's another good pastor that I just recently discovered, and I can't forget the pastor of my local church. And I'm sure there's a ton of others that I'm missing here, and so comment down below your favorite pastor that you like to listen to. Alright, the last pastor I'm going to mention is Alistair Begg. I get a lot of value from him. He's a really funny person and a really good pastor. And that's the list of some of my favorite pastors. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like if you got value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.